So in this video we are going to answer a very important question, and that is, are tap tempo delays actually helpful? So I love delay pedals. I use delay pedals all the time. I was using one in the little clip that you just saw, and I utilize tap tempo to enable my delays to match the tempo of whatever song I'm playing over. And to do that, I use the Walrus Audio ARP87. Now, this is a great delay pedal, and I'm not going to use this video to slate the Walrus Audio ARP87 because I do believe it's a really powerful tool. It has some great delay modes from digital to analog, it has built-in modulation, it has controls for subdivision, it has tap tempo, but it doesn't have a dedicated delay time control. And this is where my issue with tap tempo delays really comes in. So it's fairly obvious to say that the benefit of tap tempo is the ability to match your delay time to the tempo of whatever song or track you're playing over, to make sure that your delay is not going to clutter up the mix and make everything sound messy by being out of time. And because I'm a session player and I play on loads of different songs, it's really important for me to have that feature in a delay. But it depends entirely on what you want to use your delay pedal for, and that's going to determine what actual features you need to have included with your pedal. So, important things to consider. If being in time, and if you're going to be using long delays and you're playing a lot of rhythm-based parts, then yes, tap tempo is going to be an essential feature, because a delay time knob is not going to give you the accuracy you need to match the tempo of your delays. However, that's not the only feature where delay pedals really excel. So let's talk about slapback delay. Now, slapback is one of the most iconic delay sounds of all time. It basically utilizes a very, very short delay time, the result of which basically fattens your guitar sound. And it's less about the delay time, but it's more about the texture that that creates. Now, if you want to go down the route of having a slapback delay as a feature within your pedal, which I definitely recommend that you all do because it's a really useful sound for just fattening a lead guitar sound, then you're going to want to make sure that you've got a delay time control, because the issue that I'm having is that the Walrus Audio ARP87 doesn't give me enough flexibility in that particular mode. And to be fair to the guys at Walrus Audio, they have created a mode for slapback. However, the issue is I don't feel like the actual mode itself has a long enough delay time to enable me to get the slapback sound that I want. The actual slapback delay time is preset within the pedal, and I can't tap my foot quick enough to get the delay time that I want for my slapback, so therefore I don't feel like I have a good slapback option on my board, which is leading me to want to find an alternative. So if slapback is your thing, then you don't need to worry about tap tempo. There are delays like the Way Huge Aquapus, which I owned years ago, which just sounds absolutely great, and you're not going to get long delay times out of that pedal. It's predominantly used and designed to give you shorter delay sounds for your various different slapback lengths, and that sounds great. But what other things might you want to consider? Well, if you're a guitar player like me who wants to have as much flexibility with their delay types as possible, then you're going to want to utilize the tap tempo features, but you're also going to want to have a dedicated delay time control for some other modes such as slapback and for some other things that we'll talk about in a moment. So for things like this, having both is going to be essential, and pedals such as the Electro Harmonix Deluxe Memory Man, I believe it is, which is their most recent iteration, which I'll put up on screen here, that has a dedicated tap tempo and a dedicated delay time. So that's going to do both for you. Then you have more sophisticated and feature-rich pedals such as the Strymon Timeline, which is going to give you all of that and more. Having all the delay types that you need in one pedal is just a great space-saving tool for pedal boards, and it's going to save you a lot of money rather than having to buy multiple iterations of different delay pedals. Now, another way that people like to use delay pedals is to utilize analog delays such as the Way Huge Aquapus to get into the realms of kind of self-oscillation and those really kind of like trippy and textural, ethereal sounds that you can create by causing your delay pedals to oscillate by increasing the level and the repeats, and then utilizing the delay time control to sweep and create the different movements within the oscillation. Now, if your delay pedal only has a tap tempo and doesn't have a delay time, then you're not going to be able to utilize those types of sounds. Now, I understand that those sounds are not necessarily for everyone, but if you are a session musician, or if you're using this as like a studio tool or as like a songwriting tool, and you just want to have your sketch pad of options and ideas that you can utilize, then that might be something that you want to consider. The ARP87 has some really great modulation, and it has an analog delay setting, but again, because it just has the tap tempo, foot control, I can't really get those self-oscillating sounds that I'd like. So although this is a great tool for more kind of experimental ambient type music, it just falls ever so slightly short in the features that I'd like for that style of music. So I hope this video has given you some things to think about, especially if you are new to the world of delay pedals and you just want to make sure that you're making, some informed purchasing decisions when it comes to pedals, because we all know how expensive these things can get, and the last thing you want to do is have to buy multiple pedals to get the kind of sounds that you like. So there are pedals on the market that I think will tick all of the boxes for people who love and want to have as much variety as possible in their delay sounds. So if you do have any favorite delay pedals yourself, then do make sure to leave them down in the comments so everybody can get some ideas. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this whole tap tempo debate. Do you use tap tempo yourself? Do you find it useful? Let us know down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you do enjoy the channel, then do consider hitting that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified of when I upload. New videos go live every Tuesday at around 6 p.m. And if you do enjoy this video and you found the information helpful, then just please give the video a thumbs up. It helps get the video to more people who might be interested in learning about this particular topic, and it really helps support me and the channel. So if that's something that you'd like to do, I would be really grateful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all hopefully in the next video.